Hi, I'm Benny D. In this video, we're going to look at how to find the volume of other regular prisms. So remember from my previous videos on finding the volume of prisms, we know we need to find the area of the end of our prism and multiply it by the length. Okay? So for example, we could have a prism here. It looks something like this. And we need to find the volume of it. So what we're going to do is find the area of the end, okay, and times it by the length of the height of the prism. Okay? The example I've drawn here, the end of our prism is a parallelogram. Okay? And from my videos on areas, you'll know that the area of a parallelogram is simply the base times the height. So the base here and the height here, not the slant length. Remember, our dimensions always have to be at right angles to each other. Okay, so not this slant length. Okay, it's this height here. Okay, and this base here. So we have length times width. Okay, now if we go turn that into a volume, V for volume, we know we need to times it by this height of the prism and the length of the prism. I'm going to call it H for height in this case. So V is going to be our length, which was 1, 2, 3, by our width, which was 1, 2, by our height, which let's call it 5, times 5. So our volume equals 3 times 2, which is 6, times 5, which is 30 centimeters cubed. Okay? Remember, it could be meters cubed, okay, it could be millimeters cubed. In all of my videos, I'm just taking this as 1 centimeter grid paper. Okay? If we have a look at another one, okay, we could be looking at this time having a trapezium as the area of the end of our prism. Looks something like this. Okay, could be looking at something like that, where we need to find this area, okay, and times it by this length or height of our prism. So again, if we think about the area of our trapezium, our formula from the previous video is top plus bottom divided by 2 times by the height. Go turn that into a volume equation. We need to times it by this length. I'm going to call it L for length this time because I already used H for height. Okay, so if we look at that, the top this time has a length of 1 centimeter. The bottom has a length of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimeters divided by 2. Times by the height, again, remember, it's going to be perpendicular. So in this case, 1, 2, 3. We're going to times by the length, which in this case, we're going to call 3 as well. So that's 3 centimeters for our length. So when we do this, we've got 1 plus 6 is 7 divided by 2, is 3.5. Okay. 3 times 3.5. So I'll write this out. Okay, gives us 10.5 times by 3 is going to give us 31.5 centimeters cubed. Okay, so it doesn't matter at all what the area is of the end of our prism. Okay, we just find that area and we'll multiply it by the length. So hopefully that's enough to get going on some of our other regular shaped prisms.